everybody? Welcome back to the Oak Tree Football channel, and in today's video, I'm going to be making my predictions for this year's New Year's Six Bowl games. New Year's Six Bowl, of course, after every team season, if they're good enough to go to a bowl game, and the New Year's Six Bowl are the six best bowl games. Of course, two of them are playoff semifinals, and then the others are just other good teams. There's always a group of five school as well, so it's normally pretty good games, normally pretty entertaining to watch. Some of them will be played in the end of 2020. Some of them are in the start of 2021. But let's not waste any more time. Let's get into this prediction. I'm starting off with the Goodyear Cotton Bowl. This is an interesting one. And currently in the Cotton Bowl, I have UCF versus Oklahoma. There were three schools I was thinking about being the group of five representative for a New Year's Six Bowl this year. One of those was Cincinnati, one of those was Boise State, and the other was UCF. I think I went with UCF because I think they'll beat Cincinnati in the American Athletic Conference Championship, and I think they will be better than Boise State this year. So for me, it's either going to be UCF or Boise State as the group of five representative. But I did go with UCF. But UCF is a very good team in my opinion. Interesting quarterback situation with Dylan Gabriel and Mackenzie Milton with the possibility of coming back from injury. But they have a lot of talent on offense and defense. I feel like they are the best team in the group of five, which is why I put them in the Cotton Bowl. And then, of course, I have them up against Oklahoma. Oklahoma's made the playoffs for the past few years. I don't expect them to return this year, but I expect them to be good. And I have them making New Year's Six Bowl. They are losing some good talent, that is true, but they are filling those positions in pretty well. Spencer Rattler will be their quarterback. I think he can be pretty good just because Oklahoma's past few quarterbacks have been pretty good. And I'm not saying he'll be a Heisman finalist or a Heisman Trophy winner like the last three have been, but I still think he'll be pretty good. Charleston Rambo can be a pretty good wide receiver in my opinion. Kennedy Brooks will probably be a good running back. So Oklahoma definitely has talent on their offense to be a good team, and I think they have some good talent on the defense as well. So I think Oklahoma should be pretty good. And for the winner of the Cotton Bowl, I'm going to go with Oklahoma. I just think that Oklahoma is better than UCF. I don't really feel like there's any doubt. I do feel Oklahoma will be pretty close to a playoff spot this year, and even though I think UCF will be good, I just don't think they'll be able to beat Oklahoma because I just think Oklahoma is a lot better than them. Moving on to the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl, and currently in the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl, I have Wisconsin versus Alabama. So this is a good game right here. Wisconsin are definitely losing some talent, but I still think they have enough talent to be a good team this year. Their quarterback is Jack Cohen. I expect a pretty good season from him. I expect Wisconsin to return to the Big Ten Championship. It's not too tough a schedule, and I do think they'll lose to Ohio State. But I still see them making a New Year's Six Bowl this year, and I think that will be the Peach Bowl. Then you got Bama. Bama is one of the best teams in the SEC. They have so much talent, not just in the SEC, but in college football as a whole. I do have them barely missing the playoff around the fifth or the sixth spot. They just have a lot of talent. The only team I see them losing to this year is Georgia. Mac Jones will most likely be their quarterback. I think he can be pretty good. I'm not sure if he'll be anything special, but I think he'll be pretty good. He may not start. It might be Bryce Young, but I feel it will be Mac Jones. Najee Harris is, in my opinion, the best running back in the SEC. And then I think Bama has the best receiving core in the SEC with Jalen Waddle and Devonta Smith. And they have some great talent on the defense as well. So I just think Bama has so much talent, and they're definitely going to make it to a New Year's Six Bowl this year, whether that be the playoffs or just a New Year's Six Bowl. And I just think that they are so much better than Wisconsin, which is why I have them winning this game. I do think Wisconsin's good, but I just think that Bama's better. I just feel Bama, so much talent, so well coached as well. It's just such a good team, and I just had to go with Bama for this one. Moving on to the Fiesta Bowl, and currently in the Fiesta Bowl, I have Florida versus Notre Dame. Florida is one of the best teams in the SEC, honestly. Kyle Trask is probably the best quarterback in the SEC. There's some other you can make an argument about, but Kyle Trask is definitely a very good quarterback. Kyle Pitts is one of the best tight ends in college football. They're losing C.J. Henderson on the defense, but other than that, they're not losing anything too important. They definitely are losing some good players, but I don't think it's going to be anything too important that's going to cause them to be a bad team this year. I definitely think they'll be good, and I think we'll see them in a New Year's Six Bowl. I don't think they'll go to the SEC Championship just because I think they'll lose to Georgia, but I think that'll be their only loss, which is why I have them going to a New Year's Six Bowl. And then Notre Dame obviously is an independent, but they definitely have the talent. In my opinion, Ian Book can be a great quarterback. Even though they obviously don't have a conference like I just said, I think they will 100% be good enough. I just really, really like Ian Book this season. I think he can have a big year. But I still don't think Notre Dame will win this game. I'm going to go with Florida. I have Florida finishing this year with only one loss. That loss being against Georgia. I just really, really like Florida this year. Don't think they'll beat Georgia, but I am favoring them in every other game this season, including this game right here, the Fiesta Bowl, which is where I have Florida being, and I have them winning. Moving on to the Capital One Orange Bowl, and in the Orange Bowl, I currently have North Carolina and Penn State. So the Orange Bowl always has an ACC representative, and for that ACC representative, I went with North Carolina. North Carolina is 100% the second best team in the ACC, in my opinion. Obviously, Clemson is number one, but I just really, really like North Carolina this year, and I know a lot of people are high on them, but honestly, I might be higher than a lot of those people. I really, really like Sam Howell. I think he can be one of the best quarterbacks in college football. Daz Newsome, the receiver, I think he can be pretty good. There's just so much talent on that team. They went 2-10 2 years ago. They went 7-6 last year. I expect to see even more improvement this year. Would not be surprised if they win double-digit games. I definitely think that North Carolina will go to a New Year's Six Bowl. If it's not going to be North Carolina, in my opinion, it'll be either be someone like Louisville, maybe Florida State, maybe Miami or Virginia Tech. Those are the other ACC representatives I could see going to a New Year's Six Bowl, because I do think Clemson will go to the college football playoff. And then we're looking at Penn State now. They have Sean Clifford as their quarterback. He should be great. I just think that, in my opinion, Penn State has so much talent. One of the most talented teams in college football, have the talent to go to the college football playoff, but I don't think they'll make the college football playoff just because they probably won't be in in the conference championship, because I do think they will lose to Ohio State. I do think they could win, but I just think they will lose. If they win that game, they'll probably be in the college football playoff, but I have them losing and coming just short. I expect Sean Clifford to have a really good year, a step up from last season. Journey Brown is a great running back when he gets the ball. Pat Freiermuth, in my opinion, is the best tight end in college football. And then Micah Parsons is the best linebacker in college football, in my opinion. Maybe even the best defensive player overall. So Penn State just has so much talent, and I really do think they should be fantastic this year, which is why I have them beating North Carolina and winning the Orange Bowl this year. I think North Carolina is good. I just don't think they'll be close to as good as Penn State. Penn State is consistently towards the top of college football, and if they weren't in the same division as Ohio State, they would probably be in the playoff this year, in my opinion. They're just a fantastic team, and I definitely think they will win the Orange Bowl if that's the bowl game they go to this year. Moving on to the college football playoff, the first semifinal. I've already done my college football playoff predictions, but if you have not seen that video, or if you just don't remember, I'm going to be doing it again, because the playoff semifinals are on New Year's Six Bowl. So first up is the Rose Bowl, and in the Rose Bowl, I have Ohio State versus Oregon. Ohio State, this is just a no-brainer. Ohio State just has so much talent. And Ohio State, just by the way, Ohio State is the number 1 seed. Oregon is the number 4 seed. Ohio State just has so much talent. Justin Fields is one of the best quarterbacks in college football. Chris Olave is a great wide receiver. They had a fantastic recruiting class. Trey Sermon, they got transfer running back Trey Sermon from Oklahoma. He should have a good year, I think. They have Shaun Wade on the defense. Even though they are losing some defensive talent, they have Shaun Wade, who should have a great year. Ohio State just has so much talent, and I just don't think that they have to be in the playoff, honestly. I know they have a tough schedule playing at Oregon and at Penn State, but I think they'll be able to win those games and go to the college football playoff. And then Oregon, this one might surprise some people, but I'll tell you why. In my opinion, if Oregon had a better quarterback, they would really be one of the best teams in college football, because C.J. Verdell is a great running back. Penei Sewell is the best offensive lineman in college football, no doubt, in my opinion. Johnny Johnson's a pretty good wide receiver. He's pretty underrated. Kayvon Thibodeau, someone I expect to have a breakout season this year. Javon Holland is a very good safety. Their defense is so good. They definitely have the piece on offense. Quarterback's the only question mark. With a better quarterback, Oregon would probably be considered to be a playoff team this season, honestly. I think Tyler Show will be able to be good enough to give him a playoff spot. I don't think he'll be anything special, but I think he will be good enough. And I'd see him relying a lot on players like C.J. Verdell this season. relying on their defense a lot. So I do think Oregon will make the playoff, but in this game, I just don't see them beating Ohio State. They're just not as good as Ohio State, in my opinion. Ohio State is way, way too good, and I'm going to pick Ohio State here, no doubt. And then for the final New Year's Six game, it's the All-State Sugar Bowl, the other playoff semifinal, and currently in this playoff semifinal, I have Clemson versus Georgia. Clemson is just a great team, and almost everyone has them in their college football playoff. With Trevor Lawrence, the quarterback, one of the best in college football. Travis Etienne, in my opinion, the best running back in college football. So I think they have the best quarterback and running back in college football. Wide receiver could be a bit of a problem because they are losing talent at that position, but I think it should still be good enough for Clemson to make the playoff. And then they have a lot of talent on their defense as well. So I have Clemson at number 2, and right now I have Georgia as the number 3 seed in college football. I just think that Clemson's too good to miss the playoff. Have them going undefeated. Other than the Notre Dame game, it's not that tough of a schedule. I think maybe they can struggle a bit in the conference championship game against North Carolina, because I think North Carolina will be good. But other than that game and against Notre Dame, I really don't see them having much trouble this season. It should be a very good season for Clemson this year, and I think they will return to the college football playoff. And then Georgia, some people might not agree with this one, but I think Jamie Newman will be pretty good. I like Jamie Newman. I know some people don't think he'll be great, but I think he'll be pretty good. Nothing special, but definitely good. And then their defense is probably top 3 in college football. Their defense is just so good, and I definitely think their defense will be good enough to get them to the college football playoff, or at least a New Year's Six Bowl this season. And in this game, currently my winner is Clemson. I just think Clemson is just too good for Georgia. And I think it can be a close game, a good game, but Clemson's too good in my opinion. So those are my predictions for the New Year's Six Bowl games this year. What are your predictions for them? Tell me in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like. And if you are new around here, feel free to subscribe for more daily NFL and college football content. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video.